Hello, thank you for tuning in. This documentary will be for my project for CS 340, Section 901, and my documentary will be a social media problem at the workplace. According to my research and the time that I've spent on this project, I have found some things to be quite interesting and maybe might be some insight to you. Average right now is each worker a day spends 2 hours on social media. And if you do the math on that, it is quite a bit of lost hours in productivity, depending upon the size of the personnel and the job and the requirements of the work that needs to be done. Also, social media being used at work can also bring in viruses, security issues. Also, can bring in people having their own personal opinion about the company and they're airing it out to the whole free world and still expecting to keep a job. Um, my research, according to CERTA Information and Technology, there are five main problems with social media at the workplace. This could be considered one of the problems: resources, a waste of resources, viruses and malware, social engineering. Now, this is something very interesting. Social engineering, as we learned in the class, is where somebody can start taking bits and pieces of information that you have put out online, whether even out your knowledge or without you even thinking about it, and taking that information and finding out everything about you and the company. And this could lead to hackers or people coming in to steal information from the company, and which is a very daunting thing to think about if you own a business and or if you run a Fortune 500 company and you have your employees on social media with maybe somebody can get access to their confidential information or their tools for competitive advantage in the marketplace. What I have found in also my research is reputation and legal liability. Um, it is a responsibility of the employer to oversee their employees and all of their actions. This may encroach upon people's personal space, but a job is a job, and that's what we have to do. So it's really not a way for somebody to just up and just do whatever they want to do on the work or a company's time. So next up, I'm going to have an interview presented to you from my mentor at the University of Alabama, Chandler Cox, who's the CEO of American Miners Insurance. Welcome back. Um, After due diligence, I was unable to get live interviews like I would wanted to, but my mentor with the University of Alabama, Chandler Cox, was able to provide me with some answers to interview questions I would have asked in person. So here's a few of them that I had. According to my research, 60% of workers are spending up to 2 hours a day on social media websites. With this given information, how would you change or curtail this type of activity, or would there be any changes? According to Chandler, he says, your research validates what we believed a long time. Since our company already blocked social media websites from the company's internet, no changes will be made. My next question was, could you see this being a productivity issue at the job? Yes. His response was that this is why our company elected to block most social media websites from our company's internet. I also asked that since social media is such a phenomenon, a way for everybody to stay in touch with one another, have you ever seen an employee express themselves about the company in a negative way? And Chandler's response was, we have not experienced a current employee that has been posting negative things about their company, but we have had a former employee terminated about negative posts. And my last question to him was, if somebody does post something negative about the company, how do you deal with the employee? How are they stopped? And his response was that their company has a social media policy. Any conduct that adversely affects your job performance, the performance of your fellow employees, or otherwise adversely affects customers, business associates, people who work on the behalf of the company and company's legitimate business, could potentially result in disciplinary action and termination. So, with this information given, social media, as great as it is a problem at the workplace. This project has been great for me, a new experience, and I have enjoyed doing it. Thanks again.